last segment here tonight on Medical Monday, we are talking about sleep relief solutions with dental surgeon Dr. Leif Swanson, talking about an oral appliance that is an alternative to the CPAP machine if you are suffering from sleep apnea. And Dr. Swanson, I want to ask you again, what are the chief concerns that you hear when people come into your office and just say, I don't know if I have this, or maybe they say, I do have this and I'm just miserable. How are they miserable?
Most of the time they're waking up in the morning and they're still tired. Mm-hmm. You know, that would be a a giveaway. Sometimes they work in 8 to 5, they hit 2 o'clock and they want to go lay down, go to sleep. Or they're picking their kids up from school, mm-hmm. and they're trying to find that next gear to push into to kind of get them through the day. I mean, all these things where they feel like they're not getting enough rest, and they're having sometimes even people with heartburn, and they're having the acid, like we said, from the paradoxical breathing, the heartburn from the acid reflux. Things like these are signs. Even some of the people with heart issues and their heart's kind of racing in the morning, mm-hmm. These would be signs that it's possible that they could have obstructive sleep apnea. And
probably if you are sharing a bed with someone, they probably know as well that you are struggling during the night. Because they're hearing it.
Yeah, if you feel that your ribs are somewhat bruised in the morning, mm-hmm. from somebody nudging you, that would be a good indication that it's possible that you need to have that checked out. And I'm sure you hear it all the time, that couples start sleeping separately just because it becomes such an issue. Absolutely, and we hear it all the time. And like I said earlier, it's amazing how it affects the sleep, mm-hmm. of the other person as well. I even have couples coming in where both of them have sleep apnea, and they're like, it's changed our lives. Mm-hmm. So, and it doesn't just affect, some of the older patients. Yeah. I mean, we're obviously seeing more diagnosed, but the interesting thing is there's, 180 to 190 million Americans that have sleep apnea. 80 to 90% of those are not diagnosed. 80 to 90% of those are moderate to severe sleep apnea patients. What do you attribute that to, though? I think I attribute it to people not knowing that they can feel better. Mm. I attribute it to people not knowing that there's an alternative. I think that, like our caller earlier said, they don't feel comfortable going to a physician and have to be referred and go through all the questionnaire and all the steps. This makes it easy. Yeah. When you can come in and say, hey, I'd just like to take the test. I've looked it up online. I feel like I got enough information. And we can say, sure, take the test, we'll show you how to do it, and we'll call you and give you results. It is pretty remarkable, I think, when most people think of a sleep study, they think of the clinic where they have to go spend the night, put all the electrodes on their body, there's somebody there kind of monitoring them, in the other room, and it's a weird bed. It can't be very restful just for those factors. And then you bring in this box, if you will hold it up again, mm-hmm. and say, here's your take-home sleep study. Show us how this works again. Let me make sure the stickers on. It looks like it's been a little loved. It's been used a lot, this one has. But it's easy, you're taking home this and simple instructions. And it worked just as well. Can you show us the headband? Absolutely. It's obviously an adjustable headband. Mm-hmm. It's going to get the heart rate and everything. We do have 2 electrodes on the inside and a small little cannula that, mm-hmm. that fits into the nose right there, and you can move around. You don't have to. I mean, it's better that you sleep in a supine position on your back, but you can still roll over to your side and feel comfortable and not feel like you're restricted from, mm-hmm. moving while you're sleeping. And then you bring this back, and it's going to provide the readout and tell you what information. Correct. Does it give you? There's a chip that we take out of it, and we download it into our laptop. We send it. We have a sleep physician also go over it and look at the information and make sure the diagnosis is correct. And within a couple of days, we give you a call and we can tell you the results, and we can also fax, email your results so you can look over them as well. And then you can say you are a candidate for this oral appliance, or I'm sorry, you're not. Correct. And then the next step, if they are, they make the appointment and come in, hopefully. Absolutely.
And this starts with fittings. So it's is it kind of like doing your X-ray fittings where you have those bite wings or whatever it's called?
It's more like impressions.
Okay.
It's more like impressions. So we have a new impression material that we're using that takes only a couple minutes. And also we're starting to do more digital impressions where we have a digital, basically like a little laser that just takes little snapshots of the teeth, and we're able to use that and send it to the lab as well.
They make it, they send it back, you fit it, make sure it's all good to go, right?
It's that easy.
That easy. How many hours a night do you find that most people wear it? Is it all night, or do they eventually take it out?
Most of the time people wear it all night. And unlike the CPAP, I feel like people, as they're trying to move around at night, they want to take the mask off and get something off so they can kind of move around at night. With this, it's in your mouth. You can turn and toss, but you're still getting the air. It's interesting. I had a friend that's mother, she actually wore the device, and he always, every time he spent the night with his mom, he heard her all night long. And after she wore the device, he had to go and check on her, and he's like, I didn't know if she was okay.
Yeah.
So it's amazing the results that we're getting with just a simple oral device. And
explain again, if people are joining us late, how it works. How does it work its magic?
So it works just like an orthodontic retainer. We have some that are made where they obviously go onto the top teeth and the bottom teeth. This is one that's made separately, so you can still open and close, but as you can tell, it has little wings on it, and we can use this as you close. It's actually pushing that bottom jaw forward. It's advancing it forward, and I take the measurements where I know how far advanced that I can take it forward, and if it's causing discomfort into the jaws, and also making sure it's open or unkinking that airway so we can get air down in it.
And I mean, it seems so easy. Do you find people say that? I didn't know it could be this easy.
Absolutely. I mean, people come in and they're surprised that it's a simple appliance and not something that's more, technically involved. So it's nice that we as dentists can offer something to people for some people it's changing their lives. They can actually feel like they can go to work and they can come home and take care of the kids, and they can still go throughout their day and not feel drained, wake up again drained, and have all these cascading health effects, also burden them. So
yeah, the heart issues that come with sleep apnea, the diabetes, you could rattle off a lot of them, I'm sure.
Correct.
Yeah.
And as you're not getting rest and you're having to rest more during the day, obviously we're gaining weight, and in the morning we're intaking sugar, we're intaking stuff that has acid.
You're trying to counter effect all of this.
Yeah, we're trying to counter effect the effects of not getting any rest. So
do you just start with a phone call to your office?
Absolutely, you can phone call. Actually, the Sleep Relief Solution number that I think is up there, 183-SLEEP4U.
There it is.
That would be the best way to contact us and get an appointment.
And again, it starts with checking the insurance to see, how much they would cover it, if it's the whole thing, partial, what you would owe, so everybody knows up front.
Correct. But, if you don't have insurance, we accept cash as well.
Easy enough, yeah. Yep. Oh, cash always works wonderfully, doesn't it?
Cash always works well, especially around Christmas.
Yes, it does. Don't forget your HSA as well if you have some dollars hiding there. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will wrap things up. We're going to give you that number again. So if you need to take the next couple of minutes and go find a piece of paper and a pen, go do that, and we will give you the Sleep Relief Solution number once again right after this short break. Stay with us.